What's up, traders? In today's video, we're going to take a look at the crypto pairs and see what we're going to be looking for the week ahead. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? My name is Heath, and this is Trade Talk. In this video, we're going to do a quick look to see what we can expect for these cryptocurrencies for the week ahead. Now, I'm only going to be looking at all these currencies paired with the dollar because there is just way too many other combinations to use. I'm going to do the dollar pairings for now, and as the channel grows, more and more stuff will be added because if it's got a chart, I trade it. I trade everything. So let's get into this. ADAUSD. This is actually Alan wanted me to throw this on the chart to see where he's wrong. He's never wrong, and his TA is on point. He's just being too brutal on himself. But these are the areas that I'm looking at. So so far we're making lower lows and lower highs. After we made this high here, we've kind of bounced back up into this area, this range, created this market structure here, but then sold off immediately. Then we came back up into this area and tested it. Now this purple line is a weekly area that I took from the past. Right here you can see just or the close of this bullish candle. So this would be a supply zone or a bullish or bearish order block, whatever you want to call it. I call it a bullish up close candle before the sell-off. That's what I call it. So that's marked out by that. Now, when you use a weekly level and you get your levels from weekly charts, you're definitely going to want a weekly close above those levels. That's how this works. If you got a daily chart, or if you're looking at daily levels and you pull these daily levels, you want to see daily closures or no lower than an 8-hour closure. Because remember, when something trades 24 hours a day, you have 3 sessions: the Asian session, London session, and the New York session. So right now we came back up for the retest of this area here, and we have rejected and took out the low of this candle, which this right here would have been your market structure low, your main market structure low, to breach and hold, and we did that. So we have a daily closure below this market structure low. Now we're pushing back up, and what's important is not only are we pushing back up, but we're pushing up higher than this last market structure break. So if we close a daily above this white line here at 150.1553, we're going to probably get another test of 16.4. Okay, a daily closure above there, look higher, and so on and so forth. So as of right now, the bullish cases, you definitely want to see a close here or above this white line coming into the day, and then you're going to want to test this area here. You get a daily closure back below this level here, we're going to test this area again, and if we break below there with a daily closing candle, you can look lower all the way down to here. What was the other one he wanted? DOTUSD. And I'm going to use Binance because Binance is, it's been around for a longer period of time. So what I can see just from looking at this chart is this was your market structure, and we could not close the daily back above there, so we have since sold off. This closing candle right here, this down close candle, penetrated and closed below this market structure. So I only view this as a retest until proven otherwise. Proven otherwise means there needs to be a daily closure above this level, which is 507, and then we can look for a retest of 546. If we get a daily closure back below 507, you can look for this area to be tested next, and this is going to be 480. Now on to the king. Bitcoin is trading in a range, and it's trading in a range up on high. That's so beautiful. Obviously, I'm a bull on Bitcoin, and I want to see a daily closure above 20K because that's when things get exciting. And the way this market structure looks, it looks like it's trying to do that. So here are our levels. I got these levels on an hourly chart because I was just basically playing around looking intraday. And if you see how I got these levels from this last up close candle here, just the open of that candle, and then on the lower side of this range, I took the open of this last down close candle before we pushed higher. And you can see that those two levels are holding price. So we have not had an hourly close back above this green to blue greenish blue line, or we haven't had an hourly close below this line. So what I'm looking for is, obviously I don't trust, if I'm looking for an intraday scalp, I'll trust those hour closures, whatnot. But I want to see 8-hour closures below or above at the very minimum. So basically, if we get an 8-hour closure below here without an immediate rejection, we're probably going to test 18,194. If we get a bullish closure above here, the next market structure on a daily time frame to test is this area right here. So that's 96393. We want a daily closure above there, but I want a daily closure above 20K, damn it. EOS, you have it's made a lower high on this price swing, coming off from this market structure, sell off on Thanksgiving, lower high, and now we are making lower lows. So we closed a daily candle below this market structure here. So I'm not quite sure where I have these purple lines on here for, so let's get rid of that. This one is okay because it's delineating this market structure high. So the bullish case, we want to see a closure back above $3, and we get a bullish close above $3. Our next area that we want a closure above is going to be 308. We get that, you can look for a test of 326. The bearish case is if you get a daily closure below 287. The next area you're going to want to see support hold will be roughly 271, and then the lower end of that spectrum for support holds is going to be 263. We lose that, then we're coming all the way back down to this area right here, 240, 249. Litecoin has closed the daily candle below this market structure low. This is a retesting candle until proven otherwise. Proven otherwise would be a daily closure above 84.99 and then a retest of 89.19. If that happens and we come back down, you can look for bullish entries around this area. This is not financial advice. However, right now it's looking like we're testing this and looking to push a little lower. So if we get a daily closure below 79.46, my next area of interest will be 72.78. We'd be looking for that to be tested sometime next week. Ethereum has done pretty close to the same thing. We closed a daily below this market structure here, this area right here, and we have pushed back up in there. So that's quite good. If we see a daily closure above this level, which is 580, we're definitely going to be testing this other area right here, 597.02. Now these ranges are tight and close, so it's going to be kind of difficult to gauge what's going on a daily closing basis. So in circumstances like this, I would go down to a lower chart and look for those same closures, but on an 8-hour basis. You can see this has already closed back above right here. So this was the last down closing candle in a bearish push, or this could just be a retest. We don't know what it is. The market is definitely structured bullish. So this was a push down, would be considered a bear trap. So in order for this bear trap to hold, we do not want to see an 8-hour closure below 585.80. As long as we're closing 8-hour candles above this level right here, you can look for more bullish, more upward price movement. And the range we want to definitely get out of it, the high is 619.70, and obviously with this new swing low here, 567 is going to be the area for the bulls to hold. We get a daily closure, an 8-hour closure below there, we're going to be looking lower, possibly down to 554. Link. So had a strong sell-off, made a lower high, and this market structure was taken out with this price swing to the downside. So you had an 8-hour closure below. Let's go look at a daily real quick. So this is good because our 8-hour and our daily market structure is exactly the same. It's not good so much if you're bullish link because we have closed a daily below, and on this retest we have tested that area perfectly and are moving lower. So basically you don't want to see an 8-hour closure below this market structure here. What happened? Come on, TradingView, keep up. You get an 8-hour closure below this area. Hopefully this trend line that I drew out here, you can see we've had some nice bounces off of it. Hopefully that will catch support. So basically look for a support hold down here in this area and a push higher. An 8-hour closure above 1334. You can look for a test of 1402 OXT. OXT is throwing long wicks on a daily chart. Not good. So you had a market closure, a daily closure below this candle here, below this open, and then we have pushed back up, but we closed this daily back below this market structure. So that indicates a little bit more weakness than strength. It is positioned bullishly, so it is looking like it wants to make that push higher. So this daily candle closing is going to be crucial for, the next few days. Basically a closure in this area, you can look for a retest of 28 cents. And if 28 cents fails on a daily close basis, you can look down to 26.75, 28.85 down to 26.75. The bullish case is going to be you need a daily closure above 31.62. And then you can look for 33.50 to be tested. Stellar is making what looks to be a bull flag or a wedge or basically whatever you want to call it. I don't trade patterns, I trade candles. So it's corrective in nature is what I'm saying. This doesn't delineate bearishness. This looks bullish. However, you did get a daily closure below this market structure low. So what we want to see if this is going to remain bullish is a push and close back above this area. I don't know why that area is even there. I must have been looking at an 8-hour. So you want to see a daily closure above this area. If you get that, you can look for the opening price of this candle to be retested. And anything on a daily or 8-hour closing above here, you can look for higher prices because that would be the breakout point. Ripple has closed below these candles here, and we are pushing up. Basically, we have retested the midpoint of this candle. If we keep going lower, you can look for a test of 55 or 53.75, a daily closure below here. The next area of interest is going to be 46.30. The bullish case, you definitely need a bullish closure, a daily closure above 63.04. And then the next area you want to look for a test of is going to be 66.67. Tezos has tested the midpoint of this candle. This candle closed below this area. So definitely want to see a daily closure back above this area. However, if we don't get that, you can look for this area to come into play. Daily closure below there. And we're heading at least down to here, which is 214. So definitely want to see some bulls kick in here. ZRX, this was a trade I took last week. It's still kind of holding a little bit. We're getting back into the area that I don't want to see happen. Actually, you know what? I didn't look on the Coinbase area, but I'm probably stopped out of this trade with this candle here with yesterday's closure, because we closed below this market structure here. So I'm possibly going to be looking for 37.47 to be tested. Will we get support there? I don't know. We just have to wait and see. COMPUSD. This has on the chart because it is making a bullish push. This is a nice strong test of this area here, which is from this market structure high right here. So we have pushed up into that and are pulling back. As long as we get a daily closure above 131.86, if support holds here on a 4-hour or 8-hour closing basis, you can look for another try at 145. Daily closure back below this level, then we're going to test 126, and then possibly as far down as to 114. YFIUSD. I don't know what this is, but it's pushing up. So we had a daily closure above this market structure. So speaking, this is bullish until we close a daily below here. Let me mark this with the line. You get a daily closure below this level, then you're going to have to look lower, 25,602, and then ultimately I would be looking for this area to come in to play. However, this looks nice. This looks constructive. We have tested 29,678, almost, not quite, but almost. This is good. So you can look for a pullback in here, possible test of this. Look for some bullish continuation. The next area that we need a daily closure above is going to be 30,319. And then UNIUSD. UNIUSD is trading in a range. This is the market structure low to watch for the bearish case. If we get a daily closure below this area, we're going to look lower. And you would just have to come get your lines from the past price. And I like to use the bearish candles in an uptrending. If the market's trending higher, I like to take my levels off of the bearish candles. Okay, just like that, just like this. So if these are going to be the areas that it needs to hold support. On the bullish case, you want to see a daily closure back above these candles here. You get a daily closure there, you can look for a test of this area and then higher. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope it's insightful. I hope I hope you can see better because I changed the chart around a little bit instead of it being black screen, and I highlighted the watermark a little bit better for a couple of the people that are saying it's hard to see. I looked at my cell phone and I couldn't see anything either. The wicks and stuff was very hard to see, so I really apologize about that, guys. The videos will get better as time goes on. I'm new at this, so like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, because content's coming out on a regular basis, and we're gonna get you guys to get that equity curve to the upside. So I'll catch you guys later.